Previously on X-Men focused play content videos, the first episodes of the animated series were explored in celebration of Disney Plus's upcoming revival series, X-Men 97. For similar reasons, this video explores the animated series' two-part adaptation of the comic book storyline Days of Future Past, entitled Days of Future Past. The adventure begins in a futuristic, dystopian New York, which offers textured scenery, dramatic colouring, dynamically tense action, immediate, clear characterisation in the form of an elderly Wolverine, Bishop, Forge, and two nameless mutants, who are named Nameless Mutant 1 and Nameless Mutant 2. For those of you who aren't sure which one is which, the Nameless Mutant is called Nameless Mutant 1, and the other Nameless Mutant is called Nameless Mutant 2. These elements, combined with organically informative dialogue, result in a rich setting, which is further enriched when time travel is introduced, with unique complications, such as a device that ensures the time traveller remain in a certain era. A detail that concisely adds a crucial air of believability to such a fantastical concept. Time travel is introduced since, in order to avoid the bleak future, or present I suppose, a mutant assassin must be stopped in the past, or present I suppose. Bishop, being younger and healthier than the original candidate Wolverine, travels to the 90s in search of the, at this point, unidentified assassin. When he arrives at the X-Mansion, a partially amnesiac Bishop believes the assassin to be Gambit, which is ridiculous. Gambit's the Queen of France.
Yes, and I'm the Queen of France.
See? If a fight did ensue between those two, Gambit being a queen wouldn't necessarily be an obstacle for Bishop. He could take a queen as long as he was moving diagonally. The plot device concerning an unidentified assassin introduces competently layered conflict, appropriately using the varied, distinctive X-Men personalities while furthering the tantalizing air of mystery, which is strategically embellished in Part 2 through the appearance of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, which also allows for thrilling, variable action showcasing numerous powers, the Brotherhood's potential threat, and the X-Men's tactical cooperation alongside bursts of calculated, welcome humour. A noteworthy detail lies in the fact that the traditionally Australian Pyro in this series is portrayed as a Cockney geezer, being the second non-Australian animated version of the character, alongside the version in the Pride of the X-Men pilot, suggests to me that the budget provided to X-Men animated adaptations does not allow for Australian villains. Spoilers will soon be exposed, so those wishing to avoid them are advised to skip to the time code on screen. Once the X-Men have subdued the Brotherhood, the assassin is revealed to be the shape-shifting Mystique, posing as Gambit while she makes attempts on the President's life. Oh, the President was the target of the assassination, by the way. I knew Gambit wouldn't be the culprit. He wouldn't have the time. He's already got so many duties as the Queen of France.
Yes, and I'm the Queen of France.
Bold way to begin a conversation. I believe it's called a Queen's Gambit. The assassination is thwarted by the X-Men, and Bishop returns to his time to discover the prevention of the assassination has made no difference. New York City 2055 remains a dystopian landscape, meaning the catalyst was in fact another bleak event. Meaning that sadly Gambit still may be unable to return to his duties as the Queen of France.
Yes, and I'm the Queen of France.
You know, Gambit, you're a friend, but I'm not sure I believe you. I might have to do a background check, mate. The final scene introduces a future plot point involving Magneto, thereby weaponizing the show's gripping story structure to conclude a two-parter, which was truly a gift. Or present, I suppose. Certain flaws are apparent. Bishop's transition from enemy to ally feels rushed, even if it is mostly justified, and his partial amnesia, which results in him being unable to remember key plot details, which feels a forced, slightly over-convenient, yet ultimately justifiable way of maintaining the key mystery. Though these shortcomings barely tarnish this tense, intelligent, visually pleasing, humorous episode, rife with distinctive characters and exciting action sequences. Thanks for watching, and if I don't see you next time, I'll assume you're too busy time travelling from your time of 2055 to prevent an assassination. Although I don't see that as an acceptable excuse because time travel doesn't exist. Unless you're from the future. Never going to get to France. Gambit, Queen of Chance, will they find you? Never going to get to France. Could a new romance ever bind you? Oh, the episode also borrows elements from the X-Traitor comic arc.